Okay, the next thing we want to do is we just want to duplicate our predicting the range page. And so I'm doing that. And let me see which one is which. It probably doesn't matter. I'm just going to grab that and slide it to the end. And I will call this interpolation. Okay. So in this particular, on this sheet, we're going to interpolate now that we have some corrections in here. And all we need to do is we just want to insert columns. And so we want to insert 19. And so you'll see that I can just use this, and I'm going to go ahead and insert 5 here, and then I can copy this, and then I can insert above. I think that I can put 10. Yeah, there we go. And I can do the same thing here. So I have, I think, 11, so I'm just going to subtract 2. I think I should subtract 3, and then I'm just going to copy that and insert above. So all I'm doing is just putting in 19 cells here. So the first thing that I want to do, and I'm just going to double check by putting in one, 2, 3, 4. Then I can just stop right there, highlight all of these, and then fill, and then drag down. And I believe Excel is intelligent enough to fill those numbers in for us. And I'll do the same thing here. I'm just going to go ahead and say equal to this number, and I'm referencing that, and then I'm just going to fill. So the reason why I'm doing that, because it's referencing another page. And if I go and try to do this, it's going to look for numbers that are not there. So here's our fill, or here's a calculation here. So I can just bring this down. I wish I could just double tap and just have it go down. And so it's just doing these calculations for us. This is right here. It's not referencing anything, so the fill method will work fine. B is a calculation, so I'm just going to do fill here. And as long as I don't go over the lowest number or the highest number, which is like 20 degrees, 0.34, as long as I don't go over these numbers, everything, all of my calculations look fine. So now we have to increment. And so C is going to be our increment. Increment is going to be the value in which we increment. Let me say it like that. So we're going to insert a row to the left of this, and I'm just going to call this increments. Okay, and that is going to be in meters. Okay, and let me make that a little bit bigger. So our increments are going to be between 0.125 and 0.078. So this is going to equal to, and let's just make a statement, a parenthetical statement here, boom, minus this number, and we're going to divide it by 20, since we pretty much have 20 degrees here. And this is our increment. Our increment is going to be 0.00235 meters, or 2.35 millimeters. So here we go. We're going to reference this cell, and then we're going to drag down, because again, it would try to pull all of these numbers down. So I can just stop right there, because we're not going to go any further than that. In other words, it would try to pull all these numbers down. It would try to pull down. It would try to reference this cell and then this cell, which would just give you zeros. Now I could actually show you. I could just say fill and then pull down, and you see how it's referencing zeros. So I'm just going to go back, because we don't need that. So now I'm going to increment 0.078 by this amount. And then I'm going to subsequently do the same thing for this value, and then this value, and then this value. we'll start right here. Just going to say equals to this value plus this value. All right, so now we have our increment. That's our first increment, and I'm just going to fill. And now this equation will reference appropriately, as you can see. So I should be able to pull all the way down to right before the 0.12 number, all right? And as you can see, it should still be lower than this value, okay? Now, the time is based on everything else that we've calculated. So I'm just going to do this. Grab the time, select my fill, drag down. There we go. Now the predicted range is also a calculation based on everything that we've done previously. So I just drag down to fill, and voila. Now the measured range in meters is not. So we actually have to go and fire at 10, and then we'll get that information. And percent error is based on the measured range in meters and the predicted range. So we can stop right here for the interpolation part.